The electronic voting machine, or EVM, presents a simple way of selecting one candidate out of many. There are 3 versions of the EVM: pre-2006, post-2006, and the latest one, the upgraded post-2006 EVM. From the outside, they look the same. The difference lies in the display and additional features. All versions of the EVM have 2 basic components: the balloting unit, or BU, and the control unit, or CU. All components come packaged in special cases, secured by central and side latches. This is how you open them. The voters use the balloting unit to exercise their voting rights. This is where the ballot paper is fixed. The BU and CU are connected through a cable which is permanently fixed to the BU. Each balloting unit can take up to 16 candidates, including nota. 4 BUs can be connected in a series to accommodate 64 candidates, including nota. The control unit activates the BU to enable the voters to cast their votes and maintains a record of the votes. The BU and the CU need to be prepared for every polling station before each poll. We will know more about them when we see them in operation. But for now, remember these sections on the CU: the power on lamp, the busy lamp, display section, candidate set section, result section, ballot section. Also check the power on switch and the socket that connects to the BU under the control unit. First level checking. FLC is conducted in large halls, fully sanitized from other electronic equipment, including mobile phones. Besides a metal detector door, frisking of everyone who enters the hall is mandatory. They also need to produce the official identity card issued by the DEO. First-level checking of EVMs, FLC, is conducted by the authorized engineers of BEL or ECIL, as the case may be, well before the announcement of elections by the Commission at the DEO level. It is done in the presence of representatives of all the political parties. The procedure has to be supervised at all times by an officer nominated by the DEO, not below the rank of an additional district magistrate. The process has to be entirely video recorded and tracked from the DEO office using CCTV cameras. An FLC involves step-by-step cleaning and dusting of the EVM, including removal of tags and deletion of past records, if any. Physical inspection of all components to ensure that all the components are original. Full functionality check of the EVM. Casting of votes against all 16 candidate switches. Observation of mock poll result and clearing of data for all machines. Representatives of all political parties allowed to randomly select the EVM and conduct the mock polls on them. For at least 5% of the machines, casting of at least 1,000 votes. Taking of sequential printout of such 1,000 votes and demonstration of result of the mock poll before the representatives of the political parties. Party representatives to be handed over the printout of the results. Should be satisfied with the results of the mock poll and their signatures taken to this effect. Defective EVMs are kept separate for repairs. EVMs having mechanical defects are rectified at the field. EVMs having electronic defects are to be sent back to the manufacturers for necessary rectification. After the FLC, the control unit should be sealed with the pink paper seal having a unique ID. Supplied by the Nasik Security Press, just between the candidate set section and the results section of the control unit. This seal is to ensure that no one can access the internal parts of the CU without breaking the pink paper seal. The engineers from the manufacturers as well as the party representatives will put their signatures on this pink paper seal. The unique ID of the EVM and the serial number of the pink paper seal will be noted down in a register, attested by the political parties. A photocopy of this register has to be given and be acknowledged by all state and national level political parties, by all candidates at the time of candidate setting, remains readily available at the time of counting. Randomization. The electronic voting machine goes through 2 levels of randomization. One at the DEO level to allocate the EVMs to the assembly constituencies or segments after FLC, and second, on the day the RO prepares the EVM for polls for assigning EVMs to particular polling stations. At the DEO level, randomization is done using the software provided for the task. Random allocation of EVM for assembly constituencies is followed by random allocation of training and awareness. Electronic voting machines for election get marked by a green sticker. EVMs for training and awareness get marked by a yellow sticker. An AC-wise list of both these categories are prepared and handed over to the representatives of the political parties. And the EVMs meant for training and awareness get handed over to the concerned officers. EVMs meant for elections are handed over to the RO. He stores them in a 24/7 security strong room. He allows the political parties to put their own seals on the lock of the strong room. Pre-poll preparation. Electronic voting machines or EVMs are prepared for poll after finalization of the list of contesting candidates. The Commission has introduced NOTA, none of the above option in the EVM. For this purpose, after the serial number, name and symbol of the last candidate, subsequent serial number, none of the above, and the symbol of NOTA is printed on the ballot paper. Preparing of the EVMs at the RO level will once again be conducted in a large hall with the presence of the candidates or their agents and the observer of the Commission following the same security procedures. The EVMs are checked by authorized engineers at this level as well. All EVMs found defective are removed. Also, like the FLC, a mock poll is conducted at this stage, following the same specifications. EVMs are allocated using the process of randomization as explained earlier. Those that are not allocated but are intended to be used in elections are marked as reserved. The allocated EVMs are now prepared for the specified polling stations, which primarily involves attaching the ballot paper to the BU. To open the front door cover of the balloting unit, push the latches backwards and lift the cover. Inside, you can see the slide switch, the candidates button, and the masking tab. Press down simultaneously and push the 2 latches on the reverse of the front cover. This will open the ballot paper screen. While fixing the ballot paper here, ensure that the partition line on the paper is properly aligned with the grooves of the cover of the BU. After closing the screen, affix the address tag and seal it. In case more than one balloting unit is being used, you need to cascade them using this connector for the additional balloting unit. After this, mask the unused candidate buttons. Now set the slide switch in position depending on the number of candidates. For candidates 1 to 16, the slide switch position in BU1 is at 1. For candidates 17 to 32, the slide switch position in BU1 is at 1. BU2 is at 2. For candidates 33 to 48, the slide switch position in BU1 is at 1, BU2 is at 2, and BU3 is at 3. For candidates 49 to 64, the slide switch position in BU1 is at 1, BU2 at 2, BU3 at 3, and BU4 is at 4. After that, close the cover of the balloting units and seal the units with the address tags at both the latches. After that, the BUs should be sealed with the pink paper seal having the unique ID supplied by the Nasik Security Press just below the 16th candidates in such a way that the serial number, name and symbol of the candidates do not get covered with it. This seal is to ensure that no one can access the internal parts of the BU without breaking the pink paper seal. The engineers from the manufacturers as well as the candidates or their representatives will put their signatures on this pink slip. Now in the control unit or CU, open the bottom compartment and connect the BU cable connector. Plug in the unused power pack and switch on the power using the toggle switch at the bottom. Open the Candidate Set section and push the Candidate Set button. You will see Set Candidate flashing with a beep sound. Now press the last candidate Nota blue button on the BU. If the number of candidates including Nota is 5, the display will show Candidates 5 and so on. If the display shows invalid, that means the machine has some data left from the previous operations. In that case, press the Close button and wait till the display says Poll closed. Press the Result button and wait till End is displayed. Press Clear and wait till End is displayed. After this, repeat the process for candidate set as mentioned earlier. Now the candidates are set in the CU. Similarly, if the display says Link Error 1, it means you have pressed the Candidate Set button without connecting the BU properly. Check the connection and resume Candidate Set operation. It's time to seal the EVM properly. With address tags and pack them in their respective carrying cases. Now, the EVM is ready for dispersal. Dispersal of polling parties. The presiding officer will check that the EVM handed to him is for his polling station. He will check the serial numbers and address tags before taking delivery. He will also check the operational aspects of the machine. He will switch on the CU and press Total button to verify that the CU is set for the correct number of candidates. check that the ballot paper is properly fixed. Check that the candidate buttons are unmasked and the rest masked. Seals of the CU or BU put by the RO are not to be opened by the polling personnel at any time. And if he finds anything faulty, he will ask for replacements. Polling day preparation. On the day of the poll, as a presiding officer of the team, remove the units from their cases, connect them, and switch on the CU. Press Total button to ensure that no votes are polled. Conduct a mock poll of at least 50 votes. Polling agents may be allowed to cast their vote for their candidates and keep a record of the number of votes polled for each candidate, including nota. This step can't be skipped because this is about confirming the proper functioning of the machines. Now press the Close button and show the polling agents that no more votes can be registered. The display shows invalid when you try to register a vote. Open the outer and inner doors of the Result section. Now press Result and show the agents the mock poll result. Once they are satisfied, clear the mock poll data from the EVM. Presiding officers have to fill the mock poll certificate and obtain the signatures of the polling agents on it. Do not forget to clear the results of the mock poll before you fill the mock poll certificate. The RO is supposed to track the conduct and the status of the mock poll. The micro-observer should also participate in the process, and these proceedings should be videographed wherever videography is being done. After clearing the mock poll data, seal the CU using the prescribed seals and tags and make it ready for the actual polls. Insert the green paper seal in the frames provided for both results. Close the results section inner compartment door with the green paper seal protruding outside. Seal the results section inner compartment. Fix the special tag in a manner that the Close button is visible. Close the results section door while ensuring that the green paper seal protrudes outside. Now seal the door of the results section outer compartment using the address tag. Now fix the outer paper strip seal, keeping the strip seal with pre-gummed portion A near the base of the green paper seal. Remove the wax paper covering A and paste the lower layer of the green paper seal. Remove B and paste it above its upper layer. After pasting B, the pre-gummed portion C will be on top. Remove the wax paper over C. Press both the layers of the green paper seal onto C. Now take the strip seal round the control unit from the left side, just below the Close button window. Bring the other end of the strip seal from the right side to the top. Now the pre-gummed portion D is on top. Remove its wax paper and paste it on top of the green paper seal. The control unit is now ready for the actual poll. Setting up EVM in the polling station. Place the balloting unit or units in the voting compartment and the control unit on the table of the presiding officer or third polling officer. Now switch on the power of the CU. The EVM is now ready for the actual poll. The polling officer allows the voter to vote by activating the Start button on the control unit. The busy lamp starts glowing. The voter goes inside the polling enclosure and makes his selection. He makes his selection and pushes the button. A shrill sound follows, showing that his vote is registered. During the polls, if a voter expresses his inability to vote using the EVM or is confused, the presiding officer can explain the process using the cardboard model of the BU supplied to him. He will never explain the process inside the polling compartment. He will, however, make inspections of the BU from time to time in the presence of the polling agents and when there is no voter inside the compartment, to prevent any mischief like pasting paper or tapes on the names of the candidates. Meaning of EVM displays. Over here, let's also have a look at what the different CU displays mean. Candidates 16. The EVM has been set for 16 candidates, including nota, invalid. A button on the CU has been pressed out of sequence. Full means the maximum number of votes for which the EVM has been designed has been polled, that is 2000 votes. Battery high, medium or low is self-explanatory. Serial number E00001 is the internal serial number of the control unit. Computing result means the result is being computed. PST and PET, poll starting time and poll end time. Poll result PDT means poll date and time. Candidate 06236 means candidate number 6 has got 236 votes. Printing means print under process. Clock error means there is a problem with the RTC time and date. If the display says link error 1, that means the cable is not connected to the CU properly, or the slide switch position is not set at the correct number, or the balloting units are not cascaded in the right sequence. Pressed error means one of the candidates' button in the BU has been pressed by error or is jammed. Error. This means the CU cannot be used any further. At the close of poll. At this polling station, voting is over for the day. After the close of poll, remove the cap on the close button and press it. The control unit will now display some messages like battery status, total number of candidates including nota, PST, PET, and total votes polled, etc. Just one troubleshooting tip here. After the close of poll, if the ballot button is activated or the ballot button may have been pressed inadvertently. In both these cases, the red busy lamp will glow in the CU. Switch off the power in the CU and the lamp will stop glowing. Now, switch on the power again and close the poll. After closing the poll, refix the close button cap, open the bottom compartment and switch off the power. Disconnect the cable. Now pack the CU and BU in their carrying cases. Seal the cases and fix the address tags. Where the VVPAT is being used, disconnect all the cables of the VVPAT and seal the unit in the respective carrying case. Counting. For counting of votes, the seals of the result section get opened. But be careful, open just the outer door. Do not open the inner door. Power on the machine. If the power is weak, the display might just show lines or be blank. In that case, replace the power pack of the CU with a new one. Now, pierce the green paper seal and reach the result button. Note down the result and switch off the control unit. Do's and don'ts. Let's now look at some critical do's and don'ts. understand the operations of the EVM carefully before actual usage. Protect the EVM from heat, dust, rain, fire, and other hazards. Ensure that the BU and CU rest properly on the surface on which they are kept. Ensure that the cable mates properly with the CU. The cable will mate in one direction only. There's a lot you need to be careful about as well, like don't exert undue pressure on the latches and hinges. Don't allow molten wax or lac to fall on the machines while sealing. Don't remove the strip seal until the control unit is on the counting table. Don't remove the power pack till the counting is over. Don't pull the interconnecting cable without pressing the spring-type clips on the hood of the connector. The most important do is always ensure that the EVM remains under the watchful jurisdiction, and the most important don't, under any circumstances and at any level, never try to open the machine or disturb its outer and inner seals. There should be no attempt to repair the machine, as it is strictly forbidden. Recap. So the electronic voting machine has done its job, to the satisfaction of all stakeholders. The polls are over and the results are out. Now let's take a look at some salient aspects of its journey. The journey begins with the FLC, or the first level checking. This is where all past data from the EVM is removed. This is also where the first randomization is done, besides a mock poll. Pink paper seals are fixed on the CUs to ensure that no one accesses the internal part of the CUs without breaking the seals. After the candidates are finalized, the EVM gets randomized again at the RO level, from where it is allocated to the polling station. The EVM gets prepared for polling stations at the RO level, where the ballot papers are attached to the machines and they are checked once again for functionality by doing another mock poll. Pink paper seals are fixed on the BUs to ensure that no one accesses the internal part of the BUs without breaking the seals. After this, the presiding officer and his team takes the EVM to the voting center, where just before the actual poll begins, another mock poll is conducted to check for one last time if the machines are working fine. The results section of the control unit is then carefully sealed. After that, votes are cast. When that's over, the EVM has to be closed down properly and sealed according to instructions. The EVM now comes to the counting center, where the seals are broken and votes are counted. After the results are declared, the EVM returns to the strong room, waiting for its next call of duty.